Hey, how's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna talk about some Arsenal transfers. It's been pretty much announced again, just like last season. Arsenal want to do basically the transfer job quite early, so everyone's ready and in already for pre-season, so they can get adjusted to the climate, to the team, to the tactics, slowly start to adjust and all that good stuff. And there have been quite a few, to be honest. I didn't expect it to happen this quickly. I didn't expect before Euros to anything massive to happen, so this will be very interesting how this goes. So let's get straight into it. Of course, let me know down in comments below, do you want any of these players we're gonna talk about today? Of course, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let's do this. And we are kicking things off with the goalkeeper, which is very interesting, but it's not that interesting in a way because we all knew that Ramsdale is gonna leave, and Ramsdale, wherever he goes, wishing him best of luck, but that leaves the backup spot open. Obviously, by the looks of things, Edouard and Arteta don't rate Okonkwo, don't rate Hein to be, they might be the third choice keepers, but not the second choice, just in case. And one of the goalkeepers that have risen on the horizon is Feyenoord goalkeeper Bijlow, a Dutch international who has, I think, 2 years left of his contract, 26 years old, still a massive talent in a way in Netherlands. Now he is the one of the main guys for Netherlands as well, but now that he's recent years have been ridiculed with injuries, unfortunately, have been kind of filled with injuries. Someone else is gonna take his spot, like Newby Coop or someone like that. We'll see who, but Bijlow isn't obviously number one guy anymore. And Arsenal are definitely looking and trying to think about options, and Bijlow is one of them. Obviously, Liverpool are in for him as well, something with Gallagher and everything, but Arsenal and Liverpool both are targeting him. It will be interesting to see what happens, but here is the kicker with him. According to Telegraph, Arsenal have added a final goalkeeper Bijlow to the shortlist. Arteta wants the new goalkeeper sorted in coming weeks very quickly. It's quite interesting. Liverpool are also keen. He would be worth less than 25 million euros or 21 million pounds. So that is the big one, and he fits firstly in Arsenal's system, which is all great, good, and all that stuff. And here it is. He would Bijlow could be available for around 10 million mark, as he has 2 years left on his contract and has had a couple of injury setbacks, which means he's no longer Dutch number one, but still is highly rated. Now, the biggest thing about Bijlow, now if this is center of your screen, it would be great. Here it is. PSGGA, all these stats, in a way they mean nothing, but they mean something. He is coming for crosses quite a bit. That's something Arteta really wants. I think for Arteta that's one of the main keys for stopping the crosses, because Raya is also a goalkeeper that commands the box, comes out for the crosses, he catches the ball and does all the things he needs to do. And that is actually very interesting, to be honest, because it's weird. I didn't expect it to happen so quickly, because transfer window hasn't opened yet. It will open on 14th of June if I'm not mistaken, the same day Euros I think start. So signing Bijlow actually could be a good move. As a backup, I definitely believe he's good enough. I'm not gonna preach on him on anything. I just have seen maybe 2-3 games from him. From what I've seen, he's good with his feet. He comes out for crosses. He likes to command the box, which definitely Arteta wants. He's kind of obsessed with that in a way. With 2 years, I definitely believe if he's below 20 million, 25 million euros, 21 million pounds, I would expect him to be around 17 to 18 million pounds. And that actually for Arsenal would be a great deal of business. If they spend now 27 million extra on to sign Raya fully, so that would be 30 million on Raya. Let's just say we sell Ramsdale for about 30 million. That's 60 million spent on goalkeepers already under Mikel Arteta, not including Turner and all that stuff, Ronaldson. If we can sell, let's just say Ramsdale again for about 30 million, that takes half of the price tag off, spending extra 11, so 42 million for two very solid goalkeepers, one for the backup, one for the main tournaments. Actually, in my opinion, makes a lot of sense. Interestingly enough, Arsenal have already had bid rejected, which is also very interesting. Arsenal have had 20 million bid rejected by Fenerbahce for 24-year-old Ferdi Kadioglu. Obviously, we were linked with him for quite some time in summer, and now in winter, and now we were linked with him once again. Just like Bijlow, his contract runs out in 2026. But the Gunners expect to return with an improvement for 20 plus 5, so overall in 25 million. And look at his appearances so far in his career where he has played. Left back, 65 games. Attacking midfield, 56 games. Right winger, 44. Right back, 37. Left winger. He has played everywhere, including striker. Only role he hasn't played is goalkeeper and center back. And as it says, Mikel Arteta is a sucker for versatility. And that the biggest thing for me with Mikel Arteta is that he wants to have very versatile players in the team. Because Havertz can play 3 or 4 positions. Saka technically could play also on the right wing, left wing. So that's more Trossard, center forward, left wing. Also right wing if needed. He tried him there in center mid, but it didn't work. Timber can play right back, left back, center back, technically CDM, still goes for Tomiyasu. Arteta is a sucker for versatile players, but that's what you need. You need to have versatile players in the team so you can switch it around, not lose quality, and retain the same style, the same possession mentality, same ideology what you have implemented into the players, into the team, into the game, and into the tactics. So you want that stuff because if someone falls out, you want to have a good player to replace them. And that is arguably one of the biggest reasons why Arsenal haven't won anything. Because we don't have replacements. We have starting 11, maybe 2-3 players off the bench, and that's it. If you look at City, they can substitute pretty much every single player on the pitch that gets injured or gets a red or something like that and can't participate in the next game, and pretty much not lose quality whatsoever. And that is what Arsenal are craving at the moment, and that's what they need the most. So Kadioglu, to be honest, for 25 million, also backup for Ramsdale, for White, definitely wouldn't say no to that. But Kadioglu isn't the only right back / left back Arsenal are looking at. Arsenal are looking for a new left back. Everyone knows that. Personally, I wouldn't mind getting Gutierrez from Girona. Definitely wouldn't mind that. There are not many good left backs you can sign. To be honest, all the good ones already play for big teams, and to be honest, getting them would be a very tough task. But Juventus has another gem in Andrea Cambiasso on their hands. Initially, it is, as it says here, suggested to be the bid around 4 by an unnamed English club, but Villa has denied interest and leaving Arsenal and Manchester United as potential suitors. Now, Juventus apparently want to keep him no matter what, but the right offer could come in handy, and here it is. However, Juventus are probably not keen on selling Cambiasso and is currently in contract renewal talks with the player. This casts doubt on the validity of any bid and arises a question of whether Arsenal's reported interest in merely negotiating tax by Cambiasso's agent. That is the big one. Despite the fact that Arsenal arguably are scouting him, Arsenal have scouted about 3, 4, if not even 5 left backs since winter. There's Hatzo as well. There's someone else I'm missing in the back of my head as well, on top of my head, on the back of my head, everywhere basically. But Arsenal have scouted about 4 or 5 left backs. Obviously there's someone in youth system as well Arteta really likes, but he's too young and too raw for this. But everyone in the world at the moment knows that Arsenal need a left back, and that is as good as it is that we need a left back, which means many teams will be willing to sell if Arsenal come in. That is also bad, because they know how desperate we are, which means they can price the player however they want in a way. They can ask for whatever money they want. Let's just say if player was, for example, 30 million. Then Arsenal come in, we need your left back. They know Arsenal need a left back. They're very thin in that position, to say the least. He is one of our future, one of our main guys. So instead of 30 million, we will ask 40, 45 million, because we can. Because many of these teams don't need replacements. They are already trying to sign replacements and all that stuff. So it will be very, very interesting how this goes. Because despite that, Arsenal are, as I said, as we talked about, are very interested in Kadioglu. And it's very concrete interest apparently. The also very big situation with Kadioglu is that Bayer Leverkusen are very, very interested in Kadioglu, and looking what Bayer Leverkusen have done this year, have gone still invincible. Today is the final of Europa League. It will be very interesting if they can still go invincible at the end of the game, because Bayer Leverkusen have lost all the finals they have been in Deutsche Pokals and everywhere. They have lost all the finals. So can Xabi Alonso and his team break that record will be very interesting to see. But overall, the fact that Bayer are trying to sign Kadioglu may mean that Frimpong is leaving. He has very low release clauses, and he's very, very hot prospect at the moment in Europe. So it will be very interesting, because Arsenal, actually, I wouldn't mind Arsenal signing signing Frimpong. The question is, where would he play? Because I don't see him taking out Ben White out of the team, so that would be very, very weird for me in the first place. There are reports of United, another team, so it'll be very interesting, but the fact that Bayer Leverkusen are eyeing him could mean either they're looking for a backup for the future, or they already know that most likely they will lose Frimpong this summer, and they are already looking for a replacement. One of the two. And Arsenal going in for Cambiasso, left back, right back. They're trying to get Kadioglu, right back, right wing, left back, something like that. It will be very, very interesting what's going to happen in that department. Definitely very interesting what's going to happen there, because Arsenal need wing backs on both sides, to be honest, backups or starting play roles. So every single transfer window, every single day, we will be linked with someone most likely, and that will be very interesting. It will be very interesting how Arsenal play this chess game for wingbacks, because every single team in the world knows that we need one, at least, and they might play chess themselves. And at the end of the transfer window, it might look like Arsenal are playing chess while others are playing checkers. But it could be the other way around. So Kadioglu, I haven't seen him to play a lot, to be honest. Maybe 2 games max, and that's the biggest thing. I haven't seen him, and that's why I cannot give any concrete ideas how I like him, do I like him and everything. But the fact that Kadioglu has a concrete interest, Cambiasso might be an option as well, unless he re-signs with Juventus, which looks more likely than him leaving with Juventus, will be very interesting to see. And the last one for today is an article. An article about Benjamin Šeško. Now, a few days ago we talked about the fact that Arsenal have been linked with Benjamin Šeško, and it's very the fan base is very split over this. Personally, I wouldn't mind signing Šeško. Would he be the main striker? I have no idea. If we sign a proper striker, I don't mind him being a backup, but with Havertz being there, proving that he can somewhat good play the 9 role, because he's going through a purple patch again, I think, and he's not going to be and could be the main guy. It will be interesting to see how Arsenal operate the strikers market this summer. Now, the thing is, I am on the side of signing him. Many Arsenal fans are, but many Arsenal fans also are talking about the fact that they both are 6'4". They will be very similar. They are way too similar. And if I'm not mistaken, also Šeško is actually 6'5", not 6'4". And here it is. This is article by Tom Canton from Football.London, who I actually watch a lot. Also his streams and everything, I actually quite like the guy, how he presents everything and how he goes about things. So it will be very interesting to see what he has written here. But here it is, different styles. The German in Havertz is much more of the target man figure when playing in the center forward position. He likes to link up play, drop into the attacking midfield holes, and play on the shoulder of the last man to win the balls and find chances to take shots at goal. And we saw that especially in the second part of the season, when he started scoring a bit more and assisting quite a bit more when he was playing at number 9. But here is the big one. Benjamin Šeško at Salzburg, RB Leipzig and everything. Meanwhile, he has grown a great talent as a technical center forward. His numbers regarding attempted take-ons per 90 showcase this perfectly. 2.06 over Havertz. He has like quarter more than Havertz, and in those take-ons he is more successful than Havertz by 10%, which is massive, because Šeško means he's 50% of the time he's successful, so 1 in 2. Havertz is doing maybe 1 in 3 nearly, so that is a big worry. And Šeško's height is certainly used to his advantage, because the thing is, he's scoring headers, he's very quick on the ball, he has good pace, he can finish with both feet. He, in front of goal, is more confident than Havertz. He's better finisher than Havertz. But it will be interesting if we sign him. But when it boils down to Mikel Arteta would rather he bring off the bench to help score at the end of the game between Šeško or Edin Nketiah, the answer is simple. And everyone sees that. Šeško is a young age of 20, also provides plenty of investment potential at the chance to battle Havertz for the center forward position. Now, I really hope we don't go into next season as Havertz as our main center forward. That's first. Second of all, taking gamble on Šeško, I'm for it, because I definitely believe there could be player there. There is a player there already. He's a diamond in the rough, basically. He just needs a massive polishing, not a massive, but a very big polishing job. And I definitely believe Mikel Arteta is the right man to do so. So I really enjoyed this article, by the way, to be honest, and I was reading it and I thought, yes, I could mention this in a video because I definitely believe in what has been said here. I have watched Bundesliga quite a bit this season, I watched Šeško play this season, and I definitely believe that if you give him proper game time, proper management, and proper in the manager and the team installs proper faith into him, he definitely can become a massive gunman. And people are saying he's something in between Van Persie and Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and if you can get best of both worlds from those two, definitely you could have a massive striker on your hands. And for 45 to 50 million in this day and age, in this footballing world, it's like peanuts in a way. And in a way that what I mean by that is that far worse players are going for far more. And in that instance, here you pay for of those 50 million, or just say 20 million, you're paying for potential in the future. And I totally get that when you sign young players, and I totally support that decision if it comes to life. Anyhow, those were the transfer rumors and thoughts from me for you today. Let me know down in comments below what you think. Would you take Kadioglu at Arsenal, Šeško at Arsenal? Would you take Bijlow as a backup goalkeeper? Would you take any other players at Arsenal that we have been linked with? Because there are quite a few. We didn't discuss them today, but there are quite a few. Let me know that down as well. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and see you all tomorrow.